Very good movies. I really like what they did with them. I wasn't a big fan of the third one, but I like the second one.
Me neither. I liked the first one the best.
Yeah, the first one was the best. I've always been a big fan of the music, too.
Oh, yeah. The score is amazing.
The score for that movie is just so good. Especially for the second movie. It's not the best storyline, but it's got the best music.
I like the second one a lot. I think it's the best of it, because I like the Cannibal Island scene, and I like Davy Jones in the second one. I don't know. I like what they did with it.
I thought the first one was the only one with a really, decent ending. The second one made me mad, and the third one made me mad.
It had a good, tangible storyline.
The third one had...
You guys stay after the credits for the third one?
Ending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it had an actual ending. The second one didn't have a true ending. I did not like the end of the second one.
Okay.
But I'm not going to give anything more away about that. But go see them.
Yeah, go see Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Now let's get to Taylor with her adventure DVD pick of the week.
Okay, my DVD pick of the week is Transformers, and it has Shia LaBeouf in it, just like all the other movies we've been talking about, and I went into this movie with really low expectations, and I came out really amazed at what they did with it. It's basically about a kid who gets a car, he's 16, he's getting a car, and the car ends up going haywire, and it ends up being this robot, and there's a huge storyline behind it, and he gets tied into this FBI super secret, I don't know, it's really cool, and it's basically a battle of good and evil robots, and it's actually a really good movie. And I was surprised at the storyline. I was surprised at how much humor there was in it. It was just an all-around really good movie. It's long, but it's good.
What movie stars?
It stars Shia LaBeouf. I don't really know who else it stars. It stars. Yeah, it does have Bernie Mac in it for a scene. Ooh.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Is Terrence Howard in it?
Yeah, Terrence Howard is. Who is the director?
Michael Bay. Horrible director, Michael Bay.
Well, he did a good job in this one. I haven't seen any of his other movies, so.
I'm trying to think what else he did. He directed The Island. Oh, I love that movie. He directed,
like super advanced.
What's it called? The one where they're attacking the Hawaiian Island.
Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor. He directs really bad movies.
Oh, The Island is
who is that guy?
that was Fergie's boyfriend.
Yeah, Fergie's boyfriend, whoever that is.
Josh Thompson.
I don't remember. He was in Win a Date with John Hamilton, Win a Date with Todd Hamilton, that one.
Was that movie any good?
Todd Hamilton? It was okay. It wasn't, I don't really, if you're out there and you want a chick flick, rent it, but if you're actually looking for a decent movie, don't rent it, because you're going to be really disappointed with it. It's a good chick flick, but only if you have nothing else to watch.
Sweet. Now on to my DVD pick of the week for adventure films.
Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies, a Richard Donner film.
Hey everybody, for my adventure DVD pick of the week, I'm picking a Spielberg Presents film. It's called The Goonies. It's about a bunch of friends that go on an adventure in the 80s, and one of them finds love, and all of the other ones have friendship, and it's about a bunch of friends that find an old pirate ship buried in a cave. And if you haven't seen this movie, go rent it, because it's just a great classic, not classic film, but a great film from the 80s. It's directed by Richard Donner, who directed Superman.
They call themselves The Goonies.
So, it's just a fantastic film.
To a legend, but they're not alone.
Matt, we actually watched The Goonies a couple weeks ago, didn't we? Matt.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Remember at Corey's house.
Oh yeah, we lost like the first 10 minutes.
But it was a pretty sweet 10 minutes now, wasn't it, Corey? Matt.
We were watching the extended scenes.
Yeah, we watched the extended scenes, the trailer. Matt, you're making me look bad right now.
Oh yeah, we did watch the movie.
Yes!
It was a great movie, great comedy adventure.
I love the truffle shuffle. Oh
The
my
shuffle
God.
shuffle.
The fat kid Chunk or whatever, with his little mutated friend.
I haven't seen that movie in years now.
Chunk and what was that guy's name again? Like the giant Cyclops dude.
I don't know, but my favorite part of the movie is when the little Japanese boy comes flying through the window and he hits the statue and it falls over, and the nuts fall off. They're like, "You broke Mom's favorite part!" So, The Goonies is just a great movie. And we're watching the trailer for this right now, and in the old trailers, they always used to put, like, the title first. It'd be like, Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies, and then they, like, show a bunch of clips from it.
They had, like, a voiceover.
Yeah, and it was, screenplay by Chris Columbus, who, directed the Harry Potter movies and directed a lot of good movies. So, go out to your local store and rent The Goonies. I think it's on DVD now.
Or just buy it.
Or buy it, because it's just that sweet of a movie if you haven't seen it. So, Matt, let's get to your DVD pick of the week.
My DVD pick of the week is National Treasure, the first one. It's with Bill Gates, or not Bill Gates, Nicolas Cage plays like the main dude, and he finds treasure and he has all these stories from his grandparents in the past, and this is the first one, and he tries to find it, and this one was about finding like a giant treasure or whatever.
Treasure protectors.
He has to go through like a series of clues, like he has to steal the Declaration of Independence, and he has to like go to all these areas and find clues like a pair of glasses, and while he's doing this, he has his old partner from the beginning of the movie turns on him, and he has to find the treasure and prove himself not guilty because he stole the Declaration of Independence. So it's a good movie. I'd rent it. I'd rent it, then see the second one, because you need to see the first one to get the second one, kind of.
We reviewed the second one on our first show, didn't
The only way to protect the Declaration is
Yes, Michael.
Back when we had a little guy named Cole on the show.
Declaration of
Who's
Independence.
Cole?
I don't know.
Ben?
Alright, Michael having his little imaginary friend Cole.
Surrounded by guards.
So I would go out and rent National Treasure
He will get a
and then see the second one.
Yeah, probably.
So Michael, what do you want to talk about now, Michael?
Let's talk about Kramer's DVD pick of the week. That's what we should talk about.
Alright, so my DVD pick of the week was V for Vendetta. And this movie is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's got Natalie Portman in it, who was also Queen Amidala in the remakes of, well, not remakes, but the Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, the prequels, that's what they call it. Thanks, Mike. And it's got the guy, I don't remember his name, but he played Agent Smith in the Matrix movies. And
Samuel L. Jackson.
no, what? No, in the Matrix movies? And he was Agent Smith, and he was the one head elf guy in Lord of the Rings. Not Legolas.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember his name. I'll probably remember it at the end. He was like the Lord Elf dude, but whatever. And this movie is just about like Britain pretty much becomes a communist government, and it becomes all like hating all the other world powers. And V is the guy that like goes to all this trouble to try and stop it. He blows up Parliament, and he meets this girl named Evie, that's Natalie Portman, and she pretty much becomes his accomplice with through the outside world, but then he has to take her in because the government is looking for her. And so, yeah, it's about his story of overthrowing the government, and it's really, really amazing movie. I suggest buying it, but if you don't want to buy it, rent it definitely, and it puts a whole new twist on future world governments, and it takes place a little bit in the future.